Hi there, Flosstube. My name's Katrina and this is Tartans and Threads. This is my first Flosstube video. I'm a little bit nervous, so I thought I'd start with a WIP Parade because everyone loves a WIP Parade. A little bit about me. As I said, my name's Katrina. I live in Brisbane, Australia with my husband and 4 kids and our dog. You may hear her occasionally through the video because she likes to bark at everything. My stitching journey. So I am originally a dressmaker and quilter, and I've tried cross-stitching through the years, but originally I tried with stamped kits and I didn't really enjoy it and I didn't really know why. And then about a year or so ago, my friend Nikki got me into counted cross-stitch and I fell hard down the rabbit hole. But I really have only started hardcore stitching since April this year. Oh, last year, sorry, I forgot it's 2024. So I haven't been stitching that long, but I have acquired a lot of stuff and a lot of whips in a short amount of time, and I want to apologize for that. So maybe we should get stuck in. I think I've counted around 35 whips so far. Some of them have pretty abysmal starts, but I'm going to show them anyway. So first up, I'll also apologize for a lot of plastic unwrapping, zipping. I know sometimes that can be annoying, but if I undid everything, I would have way too much mess and I would lose track of everything. My first project is the Little House Needleworks Kringles. I started this as a stitch along with my best stitchy friend Nikki, and I'm using Fox and Rabbit white clay and all the called for fancy flosses. My start doesn't look that great because I have had to unpick twice. So it's very small. I've just got the roof line. I had done a lot of the bricks, but I miscounted and had to frog everything and start again. This one is going to be a big project. I don't anticipate finishing anytime this year. My needle minder there is from WIP Designs. Golden Girls, very cute. So that's my first project and my very small start. My next project is, it's in a project bag made by me in Tula Pink fabric because I am obsessed with Tula Pink. I covet her fabric. So the next pattern is called Into the Garden Softly. It is by, oh, good question, October House Fibre Arts. So I'm doing this with floss that I've just pulled from Stash, and I'm doing it on the Rustico Ada, which gives it this oatmeal look. Not sure why that's not focusing. There we go, it's a little bit better. So it's going to be really sweet when it's finished, but I'm struggling because I don't love this Ada. It is so scratchy, but I will get through it because it is only a small project. My needle minder is by Inchworm Designs on Etsy. My next project, I'm just going to pull randomly. I have this massive basket here. There's no particular order. I don't know start dates. I don't count stitches. I don't really keep any of that. All I know is they were all started this year. Sorry, last year. And perhaps sometime in the future I might start tracking stitches and using one of the apps. But at this stage, I just stitch for fun, just when I can. Sometimes it's 5 stitches. And I also get bored quite easily, so I will switch from one project to the next. I could do 3 in an hour, depending what I'm feeling like, depending if it's giving me grief. Yeah. So my next project is called A Pocket of Potions, oh, Pocket Full Potions, sorry, from La Di Da Stitches. So I got this project, I do know, in May last year. I went on my first stitch retreat, which was with the Stitches merchant in Glen Innes, New South Wales. And so I bought the pattern from there. I got the fabric, the needle minder, the floss, everything, and started it while I was there. So this is on Fox and Rabbit baked clay, using the cooled 4 threads. There's only 2. And the needle minder is from the Stitches merchant too, which I love. And this baked clay is stunning. I'm a bit obsessed with Fox and Rabbit fabrics, and will try and find them wherever I can. And it's hard because in Australia we don't really have much, even though it's made here. It either sells so quickly. We also don't have as many needle shops as Americans do. So it is also in a project bag made by me, little Harry Potter, because it reminded me of Harry Potter. And I was stitching this for my oldest son, who is obsessed with Harry Potter, all he talks about. That was my next project. Again, sorry for the zippers and plastic and crinkling sounds. So this pattern, bag by me. I'm a big baseball fan. Baseball is not huge here in Australia, but I love baseball, and my team is the Chicago Cubs. I think I only have 1 project of theirs, but I think I need to start a couple more. So this project is called Ink Circles, Assembly Required. I think I started this for Halloween, and I was quite ambitious, thinking I would... Actually, no, I didn't start this one for Halloween. I think I do know where I started this one from. I went to the Jingle Ball. Lots of people did. And while I was at the Jingle Ball, I met a lovely lady from America named Jerica. She's got a Flosstube called Daybreak Stitchery. Daybreak Stitches? Daybreak Stitchery. Daybreak. I'll put it. And she recommended a silk floss called Silks For You, which actually is made in Australia, and I had no idea. I hadn't heard of it. So I bought some, and I love it. It is so lush and soft. It's a bit of a mess, I'm sorry, but that's where I'm up to. So I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus, Dusk, and using the Silks For You I got in like a little grab bag, so I don't know what number it is, unfortunately, but I'm loving this. Next, another bag made by me. Most of these bags are made by me. There's a couple that I've bought because I do like to collect other people's makes. So this pattern is from the Witchy Stitcher. It is called Apothecary Shop. I started this for Witchy Stitcher Day. If for anyone who follows Witchy Stitcher, she's an amazing designer, but she's been having some health issues as of late. So some girls started a Witchy Stitcher Day where we all bought her patterns and started stitching to support her. So this is my sofa. I'm using just 310 DMC, and this fabric is by Jay's Cross Stitch, and the color is Truffle, and it is stunning. This beautiful marble through it. And the needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU, and it actually glows in the dark. It is so cute. That's my start. I need to get some more work into this one and finish that off because I do love this. I'm going to say that about all my projects, that I need to get some more work done on it. Perhaps if I didn't have so many. My next one. Another bag made by me in some Laurie Holt fabric. As I was a quilter first, I do love Laurie Holt. Oh, this is another sad start. Again, I probably should hurry up with this one. It is the Heart in Hand Big Hearted Tiny Town. So it is my goal to do all the tiny towns. I'm doing 2 of them at the moment, but I've only just started this one, and I wanted to have it done for Valentine's Day. This tiny start. I've done a tree. and a bit of the feathers. So this is just a piece of scrap Zweigart I found in my stash, and I just kind of really weakly tea dyed it. Yeah, I've got no needle minder, which tells me I probably need to buy some more. Yeah, tiny little start. I need to get this done by Valentine's Day so I can put it out. I'm not sure whether I'm going to finish it as a flat or the fold, or the flat or in the drum yet. I'm still deciding. I love the look of the drum, but we'll see. Next, another bag made by me. This is Country Cottage Needleworks, Silent Night. So I'm doing this on just Zweigart pewter. Found a scrap of it in my stash. I'm doing the cord 4 threads, but I have changed the pattern. So this is what I've got so far. Now I've changed the pattern because it's not big enough and I don't like restarting things. So I have shuffled it in slightly. I'm going to be omitting one of the trees and just really narrowing in my borders, and I've lost one of these repeats, but it just means there's no gap on either side, but that's okay. I don't mind playing with patterns. Not recharting, I kind of just wing it as I go. I'm a bit like that with a quilter and a dressmaker as well. I get a pattern, I start to follow it, and then I change it. Next, another bag made by me. I made some with clear vinyl pockets for when I've got my big Q snap so I can see what project is in it. But I tend to just make the fabric covered fronted ones. So this is, sorry, I'm a bit of a mess. I was working on this last night. This is Flosstube Friends by October House Fibre Arts. And I believe what I'm stitching this on is Fox and Rabbit again, baked clay. I'm using the cord 4 threads. Oh, and it's nice. A lot of fabric. Oh. So I've only started in the bottom corner. I'm not a traditionally top corner, bottom corner, or middle starter. I just kind of start wherever I feel like. Sometimes if my margins are pretty tight, I will start middle of that side first, just to make sure it's going to fit. But often I just start wherever I feel is the easiest. My needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. It's a little biscuit tin, and the lid does come off to put all your little orts in there. Oh, this is going to be a long video. Coffee. So you're also probably wondering why it's called Tartans and Threads. I was originally called the Caffeinated Seamstress because I love coffee, and I was a seamstress originally, but now that I've kind of stopped making my own clothes as much and then drifted into quilting, I still kept my name. I've switched to Tartans and Threads to encompass a bit more of all the fibre arts that I do, and tartan because I love tartan. My family is from Scotland. I'm not, unfortunately, so I don't have the cool accent. But I love tartan, Highland cows, Scotty dogs, thistles, all of those things. So I thought it good to include that in my name. My next project, another baseball bag by me with my cubbies. So this is my baseball stitch that I'm working on. It is called, where's my bit of paper? Nope. I need to start putting my patterns back together when I put them back in the bag so they're not 600 different pieces of paper. So I'm doing the Little House Needleworks Take Me to the Ball Game. I am changing the pattern slightly. So there is an American, why is this not focusing? Hang on. Is that focusing a bit better? There's an American flag just here, which I will be getting rid of, and I'm going to be changing it into a C for Cubs. And then up the top, it's got the date here. I'm going to change that to 1908, which is the year the Cubs, as far as I know, I will double check that before I stitch it, the year the Cubs kind of started. I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Heritage with all the cool 4 threads. I have restarted this again. I do this a fair bit. I miscounted on the bricks and had to start it all again. My needle minder, it's Chucky, is by Magical Minders. And I just dropped my floss into my coffee. Oops. I'll have to fix that. This is going to be long, I'm sorry. My next project is a Pooh Bear project bag by me. I also apologise too, I'm not sure if it'll come up on the video, but it is pouring rain here. It has been raining non-stop for days and days. And I kept putting off when I was going to do my video, but I just thought I'll just give it a go and we'll see how we go. Here's my other Heart and Hand Tiny Town Christmas. I started this on Christmas Eve, so it doesn't have much stitches. It doesn't have many stitches in it yet. I'm doing it on Fox and Rabbit white clay with the Call for Floss. I've only just done part of the building and a bit of the snow on the ground. I haven't done much yet. And my Outlander needle minder is by Ali B Designs on Etsy. Next, it is a little project bag made by me. It's just a little zippy pouch. It's a reasonably new start as well. So this is Mini Fairy Tale. It's Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch. I will just briefly show the picture on the screen because it's only the pattern. I don't actually have an image of the picture. So it's just a cute little Soda Stitch Anne of Green Gables. I'm doing it on Paddock Lane 16 count lavender with the Call for threads. It's a lovely pale mottled purple. This purple is the best color. And you'll notice in my WIP Parade too, I do love Anne of Green Gables. I don't know if this is the 3rd or the 4th project that I am currently working on that is Anne of Green Gables. It is one of my favorite books. Yeah, so it's only a little start, but it won't take long. And it's my first Soda Stitch. I have a couple sitting there waiting to go, but they're a lot bigger. So I wanted to give one of these ones a try because I know they're very heavy in the back stitching, which I haven't done a lot of. I don't tend to pick patterns that have back stitching. All right, my next, again, project bag made by me. Now, as I said earlier, I went to the Jingle Ball in December, and it was fantastic. I loved meeting people from the other side of the world, made some new friends, stitched a lot those days, chatted a lot as well. It was good. They also had in the Jingle Ball a store with patterns that were exclusive only to the Jingle Ball. So I got a couple of those, but I also downloaded the free patterns. And so this is the Jingle Ball ornament. I'm nearly finished. So this is the Lindy Stitches Jingle Ball ornament. I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Rubius. I just pulled threads from Stash because I changed the color. The original one was on a pale pink and I'm doing it on red. All I have left now is just to fill in the green of her skirt. Won't take me long, I don't think. I've done all the hard work now, so I've just got some mindless stitching. My next project is in a bag by Simply Narelle. I will put her shop details down below. I love buying other people's bags. They always make them a bit different to what I do, and I love supporting other crafty people. So here's another Witchy Stitcher pattern. I started this, or I bought this for Witchy Stitcher Day. It's called Every Night is Halloween, which is a Addams Family reference. I love Gomez and Morticia. Actually, Witchy Stitcher, I'm in her Patreon, and she's just released a sneak peek of an up-and-coming Addams Family stitch, and I am in love. I cannot wait to start it. So I'm stitching this on black Aida with the called for threads. With the call for threads. Yeah, it's really nice, easy, quick. It's coming along really well. My needle minder is from the Stitches Merchant. I'm loving this. I definitely will have this done sooner rather than later. Next is my blessing sampler. So on New Year's Eve, I stitched the Kia Bees 12 for 12. So for the 12 hours leading up to New Year's Eve, I stitched a couple of new projects, and I worked on some WIPs that had some terrible starts. And then when the clock struck 12, I switched over to my blessing sampler. My blessing sampler was gifted to me by a good friend, Avril, that I met on retreat earlier this year. And she sent me this beautiful stitchy goodness because she also loves what she sent me. So it's an Anne of Green Gables, another one, sampler, mini sampler. And I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Heritage. I only did one thread start for New Year's because by 10 past 12 I was tired. So Pictures Plus 16 count Heritage. Avril did a little conversion for me. She sent me all these Glorianas and Weeks fabrics. I'd never stitched with Gloriana before, and it is so lush. But the reason she converted was the names of all these threads are very tied into Anne of Green Gables. So there was Shirley Green, Blythe Green, Avonlea Green, Almost Auburn, Glazed Carrots, and the last one, Chrysanthemum. So I'm loving stitching this blessing sampler, and I'll definitely have this done ASAP. I will be working on that one tonight. My project bag is by Prickle and Pin, another Etsy shop. She makes beautiful bags. They're great for little small projects because I can chuck that in my handbag. And also another needle minder by Ginger Stitch AU. It's a bit blurry. I don't know why it's blurry. It says one more stitch and a little hoop. My next project is another Witchy Stitcher project. Project bag made by me. This project is a Stitcher Haunts Here. So she released, it was two versions of this. So this is the color version, and then there's a black, white and gray version. And I loved the colors because it had purple in it, of course. I am stitching this on Paddock Lane 16 count Stormy. So I've got a lot of the bottom done. I just need to fill in the words of Stitcher Haunts Here, and then it's the house, which is going to be big, but I'm okay with that. My needle minder is from Magical Minders. I'm pretty sure it says I love stabbing things. It's all right. I love stabbing things. I try to have a needle minder on every project, which I almost do. And then my next goal is to have a needle minder that matches the project that I'm working on, making sure that it's Halloween ones on Halloween, Christmas on Christmas, etc. But that means I just need to do some more shopping. I'm not one of these people that's doing this no buy till July nonsense that a couple of my friends are doing. I couldn't handle that. I love to buy. I think that's an equally as good a hobby as stitching, is purchasing. My next project, another bag made by me. This was one of my 12 for 12 starts. This was my first one that I did on New Year's Eve. It's a hands-on design, and it is called, ooh, upside down, More Beach. And again, I'm going to be changing the pattern slightly. So I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Glacier. I've just pulled threads from Stash. Sorry. So it's just a couple words. I only worked on this for about 40 minutes. In between snacking and watching TV. So I am doing this pattern down here, this chart down here, but I'm just omitting the little beach houses and doing the words and the little seagulls. It is one of the few projects you'll find I stitch that have birds on it, because I hate birds. I'm terrified of them. My next project is not in a bag. Well, the threads are in a bag, a little bag made by me. This is Heartstring Sampler. It's Say Coffee. I'm doing this on Fox and Rabbit ballet slipper with the Called for Fancy Flosses. So not a huge start, but I love this. I love the variegation in this. And I love this ballet slipper. It's not quite, it's showing a bit more brown on the screen. It's got a lot more pink undertone to it. It's definitely a ballet slipper color in real life. My next one is another project bag made by me. This is Plum Street Sampler. Cow pile. I love all the animal pile projects that they've got. I love Plum Street, but I particularly love cows. I love Highland cows, or coos, Highland coos more than anything. But how can you resist these cute little cows? I'm stitching this on a scrap of white clay by Fox and Rabbit. I just pulled threads from Stash. I brightened up the pink and the purple a little bit. So I've got to start there. Just need to halfway through the second cow, or part way through the second cow. And my little Highland cow needle minder. That is from Magical Minders. I think I need to get a couple more of him because he's just too cute. Another coffee break. I'm hoping I'm not rushing as I'm going through this, seeing as this is my first one. I'm very nervous. I've been on my best friend Nikki. She's got a Flosstube channel called Nick's Days. I'll put that here too. And I guest appeared on one of her last videos. And she's been trying to force me forever to do my own. So here I am. We'll see whether this video actually gets uploaded. This is one of my oldest projects. It's from Wanderling Stitches. This is called Greyfriars Bobby. So Greyfriars Bobby is a story out of Scotland. It's a true story about a little dog who used to follow his master everywhere, and when his master passed away, he went and slept in the cemetery every night on his master's grave. The townspeople kept trying to kick him out of the cemetery because it was locked at night and he was a bit of a menace to some of them. And then the other townspeople absolutely adored him and tried to help him, look after him. There's now a statue in Scotland for him, which I'd love to see one day. I'm stitching this on Fox and Rabbit Dirt Track, which is my all-time favorite of their prints. This mottling is stunning. I'm trying to track down more of this and it is impossible, so I'm hoping they do another dye lot soon. Yes, this is Fox and Rabbit Dirt Track. I'm just using the Call for Floss. There's no bag because of the size of it, and I don't have a needle minder for it. I think I need to find a little bobby to put on my Grace Fry bobby. Next, okay, this is a project bag made by me. Because I also sew, I have an embroidery machine, and I love Tula Pink, so I have Tula Pink embroidery. So I've embroidered the Tula Pink butterfly from the, I think it was Daydreamer range, and then Homemade, which is her homemade range, put together for a project bag for me. This is one of my first starts, and it's terrible. I need to either start this again on fabric I actually enjoy, maybe, because I started this one, I didn't really know any better. I didn't know about hand-dyed fabrics. I pretty much thought all we had was what was available in our local big box store, which is called Spotlight. And so it's grey, it's a bit plain, but I might restart it again. It's the Stitch Fusion Freddie Mercury Pixel People. So I have just stitched it on Zweigart Pewter. Very plain, only just started. So I feel like this is going to be UFO'd and then restarted, because I do love this. I do love this. I mean, who doesn't love Freddie Mercury? I look at him in all of his regalia. I probably will change the quotes. They don't mean much to me. Whether I change it to other lyrics, which is quite possible because a lot of Queen songs have some very powerful lyrics. It's likely to be a UFO and restart it again on nicer fabric. Sorry if I say a lot as well. Like I said, I'm nervous. My next project bag's made by me. I did originally make this for my daughter. She's a cyclist, and wheels and cogs and things like that. And there's a little bike charm on it. Because I've just gotten my two girls into stitching, but she doesn't seem to want any project bags. She just leaves her projects laying around. So I'll just use it for the moment until she's ready for it. This is the Blooming Bunnies Trio by Annie B's Folk Art. I'm doing this on Picture This Plus Masquerade with the Cool 4 threads. Now I finished, it's a little bit wrinkly because I just pulled it out of the Q-snap. So I've done the hot bunny. These are just going to be a little cushions that I'll put into my tiered tray in the kitchen. And then I'm part way through Bloom. So I'll show you again. So I finished my little bunny, and I'm part way through the Bloom, and then I'll tackle this beautiful one here. Hopefully have these done before Easter. So much mess. So not only do I like to start all the things, I like to kit all the things. So along with these projects here where there's 30 plus that have stitches in them, just over there I've got another pile of ready to go. There's at least 30 kitted up in project bags, ready to go. But I'm trying to slow myself down a little bit. Another project bag with little bees made by me. Got glitter vinyl on it. It makes sense it would be a Christmas project in this bag, doesn't it? I need some more Christmas bags, I think. This is New Dream Stitch. Santa Claus quotes. Santa Claus is one of our favourite Christmas movies in this house. We quote it quite a bit, so it was definitely one we had to do. So I've got this one, and I've got the Home Alone one as well, but I haven't started the Home Alone one yet. I started this on probably Christmas Eve or the day before, so not that long ago. That's why the start's not very big. I'm just doing this on, that light, just on white Zweigart. It's really scratchy. I don't love it, but I wanted white. So yeah, white Zweigart, called for floss, and the needle minder is the Pretty Woman one. by Magical Minders. I probably won't work on this one for a while. Probably not till it gets closer to next Christmas. Unless maybe in July, unless I do Christmas in July maybe. I tend to be, I think I'm going to be a bit more of a seasonal stitcher. Like the Halloween ones don't overly interest me until Halloween. Except for Adam's Family. That's an all year round thing. My next project, this one is definitely going to be a UFO, but I figured I should show it because it's actually a fair way through. This is by The Little Stitcher, The Wizard of Oz. I love this pattern, it is so cute. She's got a few other ones, but I had to have this one. I started this before I knew a lot about stitching, and I have no margins, as you can see, because I didn't know about finishing. And also, my stitches don't go the right way. They all go every different direction. They're shocking, quite embarrassing. There's threads pulling out because I didn't finish them correctly underneath. So this is definitely going to be UFO'd, and I'm going to start again. On nicer fabric, bigger margins, stitches all the right way. It is also in a project bag by Simply Narelle. Next, another project bag made by me. Zipper noise, I'm sorry again. This project is Needle Bling Designs, Moo the Merrier. Of course, cows. Who doesn't love cows? I wanted to have this stitched by Valentine's Day, so I need to pull my finger out. I've got, what, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus French Country Latte, and I've just pulled threads from Stash. So I've got that. Oh my goodness. Helps if I hold it the right way around. So I've just got the truck, and I've still got to do all the words obviously, and the cows driving the truck and in the back of the truck. Hopefully it won't take too long. And my needle minder, it's from Magical Minders. I'm just using threads pulled from Stash. If I didn't say that, I don't remember. There's only really a red, black, white, bit of pink, and a green. Next, let's go this one. So another clear vinyl project bag by me. Now this one is by Holly Hill Stitchery. I don't think she's on Etsy anymore for some reason. I looked for her not long ago and her shop didn't seem to be available. Whether she was just on a break, I'm not sure. So Holly Hill Stitchery, and it's called the Scotland Sampler. Is that blurry? Why is that blurry? Maybe it's the picture. Oh, the picture's actually quite blurry, so it could just be the picture. I'm stitching this on Fox and Rabbit Salt Brush using the Cool 4 threads. Not a huge start. Some of the thistles and start of a Scotty dog. And my needle minder, little sheep, is by Ali B Designs on Etsy. I love this color, this salt brush. I could use salt brush, baked clay and white clay for pretty much everything of Fox and Rabbits. Their fabric is amazing. We need more of it. More. Next, I have my first foray into beading. Me and my Stitchy girls are doing a stitch along as such. Where's my bit of card? Okay, so Nora Corbett, Santa Sleigh. So that me, Avril, and Nikki. Nikki is doing one of the reindeer. I think it's Dancer, maybe? We'll comment. And Avril and I are both doing the Santa Sleigh. haven't got a huge start. She's further in than I am. I'm doing this on Daisy Chain Ada. The color is Misty Moon. So Daisy Chain is a new dyer. I believe she's the owner of, is it Daisy Chain Stitchery? Daisy Chain Stitchery, which is a needlework shop here in Australia. And she's just bought out all her own fabrics. So I bought, as soon as they were released, I bought some. They're lovely. The color is nice. There's some nice modeling. It's coming out quite gray on screen, but there's a purple undertone in this for sure. I haven't started any of the beads yet. I'm just getting the stitching down. Because I use Q-snaps, I don't want to have to deal with beads under here. So I think I'm just going to stitch it all in the snap, and then I'll do the beads last, and I'll probably just do those in hand. I do stitch in hand and in the snap, but usually in hand is usually just the smaller projects. Snaps for the big ones. We're getting there. There's only a handful left. Yay. My next one, another project bag made by me. So I have started doing Modern Folk Mondays. So yesterday was the 1st of January and it was Monday here in Australia. So I got some more done on this. I started this, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And I started up this corner and I'd done this motif and a little bit of this motif is all I had started. But then I got it out again last night and did some more. I'm stitching this on, the Daisy Chain Stitchery that I was just talking about is actually, the fabric is called Whoopsie Daisy. I need to make better notes. So this way up. So it is Whoopsie Daisy fabric, and this is called Clay Ada, which I love again. It's got a lovely model through it. I'm just using DMC 839, just a nice monochrome brown stitch. I will try and get that out every Monday and get that finished, and then when that's finished I can start another Modern Folk embroidery. Next is another embroidered bag. So this is a Kimberbell embroidery. It says sit and stitch a while. Oh no, sit and stitch a spell. Sorry. So I stitched this out on my embroidery machine and then made a Halloween bag out of it with Kimberbell fabric. So this pattern is from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2022 edition, and I'm doing, it's going to be hard to hold this up when not show the pattern. How am I going to do that? Maybe this way. I didn't think about this, did I? Cover up that one. Alright, so I'm doing Cemetery, Sweet Cemetery, which is by Tangled Threads and Things. I'm doing this on a Picture This Plus, I don't know if it's Monster Mash maybe, or Maya, I'm not sure which one it was. How cool is that modeling? It's like a really pale green and like a denim-y blue. It's gonna look so good. I've only got the border done. I'm starting on the letters. This is probably one I will get done before Halloween next year. I probably won't wait to do that seasonal stitching on that one because I love this. And I've got a few other projects in mind in this book as well, but I need to definitely get that one done. Oh, and my needle minder is, oops, from Magical Minders. Oh, it says being an adult is like the dumbest thing I've ever done. 100%. Oh, it's starting to rain really heavy. I hope you can't hear that. I hope it's not interfering with the sound. I'm sorry if it is. I tried to close up all the house and I'm sweating because it's summer here, so it is hot. Next project bag, made by me. This is a big one, as you can see from all the floss. This is a big one, but I am thinking about changing, not continuing, I'm not sure. So, let me get all the things out. This is the Little House Needleworks. It is part of the Hometown Holiday range. So I'm currently stitching the bookstore. Now I picked this fabric, which was Paddock Lane Misty, and it looked quite, you know, pale blue, icy blue, which I liked. And now that I'm stitching it, I don't know, I really don't know whether it's too pale. So this is what I got so far. So the snow is a toile. I just wanted a little bit of glitter in the snow. But you can see the white really isn't showing up. So I really don't know. I don't know if I restart it again on a darker fabric or I just continue and see. So I've got the bookshop, which I've started, which is in the middle. This is a very large piece of fabric in here because it's going to be a whole village. I'm also stitching. Oh, where's my little pile? I'm also going to be stitching the Main Street Station, the toy store, the needle workshop, Grandma's house, sorry for the glare, and the coffee shop. As you can tell, this is going to be a long project. This is not going to be a quick thing, which is why I want to get the fabric right now. The quilt shop, which I have actually already stitched. Actually, it's right behind me. So I had already stitched the quilt shop. That's my quilter. So there was the quilt shop. There's also the carolers, the town church, and the music store. So I did plan on this being a huge village. There was going to be 4 across here, then 3 above and 3 below. But I really feel like I need to get this fabric right. I don't know. I didn't really want to do the... See this, in this picture it looks a bit more... It looks grey in the picture here, but I don't know. It's got a brown tone in it as well. So I don't know, do I switch to a bit more neutrally browny grey? So it's on hold at the moment while I still decide. I do have all of the colourful threads. It was a lot of threads. I don't know. I'm going to ponder on that one for a while. Oh, and my needle minder is from Ginger Stitch. AU. We're getting there. There's only 2 more. Yay! Another project bag made by me. This one's a Tula pink one. Again, I was working on this, so it's all out of order. I'm sorry. I need to be more organised. So this is the Quiet Please sampler by Happy Mood Point. I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Thistle and DMC 209. Now I follow Cam the Stitcher on Flosstube. She's amazing. You should watch her if you don't already. I'm sure you already do. She did a lovely monochrome pink on pink sampler. So I'm doing a purple on purple. Because purple is the best color. I have unpicked and stitched and unpicked and stitched. Actually, I think this is the 3rd time till I found a color that was the right purple. And this is going to look lovely when it's done. My little sheep needle minder is from Magical Minders. I love this. This is going to be fantastic when it's done. And my last one. feel like I've rushed through this. I'm looking at the time going, I watch a lot of Flosstube, and I've been watching a lot of WIP Parades lately because it's WIP Parade season. And some people with the same amount of whips seem to go for a lot longer, so I really hope I haven't rushed this, and I'm sorry if I have. My last project is the Stitching Book Club. So I've just held up the Stitching Book Club. We're doing an Anne of Green Gables stitch along. So I signed up, my friend Avril signed up. Trying to see if I can find, I don't think I've got a picture of the whole design. I've only got a picture of the pattern, which I don't want to show. Oh no, I lie. Well, there's part 2. I've got a picture of the second part. So you get the idea. So all 3 parts have been released, and I am so far behind. I got the kit, I got the called for fabrics and the called for threads, and I'm only still part way through part 1. It's a really nice lemon model. It's going to be great when it's done, but I need to pull my finger out and stitch more of this one. It is Needle Minder is by Magical Minders, and the bag was stitched by me. I made one for myself and for Avril, who is doing the stitch along with me. Oops. And it is Anne of Green Gables fabric by Riley Blake Designs. Gorgeous fabric. I had to have it. My floss drop holder hiding in there. Yeah, that's me. That's empty basket and carnage over here. Absolute chaos. That's gonna be a lot to clean up. So that was my WIP Parade. I will probably be back in, I don't know, maybe 4 weeks. Or I might do a finished parade just of some of my smalls that I've done. But I just thought I'd give this a go. Start with WIP Parade because they're the most fun. And that way you can see where I'm at, what I've done, and I've got somewhere to go to from here. It's easier to do progress then. Plans for this year, I don't plan on doing anything crazy. I'll have a couple of starts here and there, but I really want to get this pile down. Next year, I'm turning 40, so I want to do 40 starts for 40. So I need to get this pile down so that I'm not going to be overwhelmed too much next year. Thank you guys for watching this far. Maybe I'll see you next time.